OnePlus has been teasing a concept phone with images for the past week, creating a buzz in the tech world. While the hype around the concept phone is high, I have been testing the phone for the past 3 weeks. The concept phone features active cooling technology known as CryoFlux, with icy blue liquid pulsing through channels over the back of the phone, keeping the battery, CPU, GPU, and camera bump cool. However, the active cooling system does not work. The liquid flowing through the channels does not actively contribute to the cooling of the phone, but rather, it just looks cool. This phone is meant to demonstrate what a working version of CryoFlux could look like, but not actually coming out anytime soon. OnePlus believes that a future version of CryoFlux that works could reduce the phone's charging temperature by 1.6 degrees Celsius, which would allow it to charge from 0 to 100 up to 1 minute faster and reduce gaming temperatures by up to 2.1 degrees Celsius, which could translate to an extra 2 to 4 frames per second. The reason this phone is only a concept phone is that it adds complexity, potentially increases cost and thickness. Asus ROG Phone and Lenovo Legion Dual are some of the few phones that have tried real active cooling, but they sacrificed water resistance, thinness, and are expensive niche phones. Why do companies create concept phones? The answer is simple: marketing. These companies spend a lot of money on research and development and come up with new ideas that get proposed, mocked up, prototyped, tested, and adjusted. Many of these ideas end up making it into a phone, but the ones that don't make it into a phone are repackaged and turned into a nice concept for people to admire.
What they are making phone for you. They are doing marketing and business. This way they are making concept phone.
This is a way for these companies to get a little bit of PR return for all the dollars they spent on research and development that didn't end up making it into final products. In conclusion, concept phones are just a marketing gimmick. They may look cool, but they are not intended for actual use. We can be confident that somewhere in Apple's headquarters, there is an iPhone with USB-C just for testing, but it is not being marketed as a concept phone. This is just the nature of the tech industry. Although I can't be upset that my cool idea won't be a feature in a phone, I've compiled a list of concept phones ranging from worst to best based on my interest level. OnePlus introduced a phone with a color changing back in 2020, which could change colors for fun or even serve as a notification indicator using electrochromic glass. However, this feature never made it to an actual phone due to the high cost and difficulty in producing efficient electrochromic glass for a tiny smartphone. Xiaomi released a concept phone this year that allowed users to attach a physical lens to the back of the camera system, but the 1-inch smartphone sensor limits its functionality. Additionally, carrying multiple lenses and extra hardware can be cumbersome, leading most people to prefer a standalone camera with a larger sensor. At CES this year, TCL showcased a concept phone with a paper-like matte display that's fingerprintless and reflection-free. While the thought of having a full-color display without fingerprints or reflections is appealing, the finish on this display reduces overall brightness and raises durability concerns. Vivo introduced a concept phone in 2019 that had no buttons or ports, featuring haptic pressure-sensitive areas and pogo pins for charging and data. The phone also had a full-screen under-display fingerprint reader, which was impressive, but the optical sensor was too expensive for a phone. OnePlus also showcased a concept phone at CES 2020 that used electrochromic glass to darken or lighten the glass over the rear camera, serving as an ND shade to reduce light in outdoor or bright settings. However, this technology is not yet efficient enough to miniaturize for smartphones. Finally, various companies have introduced foldable or rollable phones, such as TCL's Fold N Roll with an accordion hinge or Motorola's rollable concept phone that extends its height from the top. However, none of these concepts turned into real products due to reliability and cost issues. While concept phones introduce new ideas and technologies, the high cost of research and development often results in these concepts never making it into actual products. Although I appreciate the effort put into research and development, it's disappointing that these concept phones may never make it into real products.